Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Ravenport. In last session, we sold some horses and we mowed this field, creating rather a lot of silage bales. And also, we had some silage bales which we already had and processed through the BGA. And yes, whilst we were doing all of that, we were waiting for our new field, field 23, to be ready for harvest along with our existing fields in the main part of the farm. And now both fields are fully ready and ready to harvest. But there is a problem. There is rain on the forecast, and I think it is imminent because it has been there since this morning on the forecast. So I think we can expect it within the next game hour or two. So what should we do instead? Well, with the imminent rain, we cannot harvest. So instead, I think we'll collect up our silage bales. Last session, I had a bit of a debate as to whether we should manually collect them or just use the autoloader. This time, I am going to choose the auto bale option, and reason being is it would take me rather a long time to stack up all these bales and would make for some quite boring viewing. And additionally, we have some other stuff that we want to crack on with, which is starting to fell the fully matured trees at the top of our forest. And yeah, we don't want to spend the whole time baling, we want to do some cutting. So we're going to start collecting up these bales. But I have a bit of a plan for the logging. We have a log trailer and we have a truck, an articulated lorry, which we attach to our logging trailer. And my feeling is that I need to expand that particular operation because we have a lot of trees in our forest at the top to cut down, which is going to make for a lot of trips to the sawmill. So I'm thinking it's maybe time to sell the Beko lorry we've got and upgrade it to a more beefier man truck, which I've picked out already, and at the same time also get a longer logging trailer, which yes, I've also picked out. It is the bigger version of the one we've already got. I think it's 20 meters long. We're going to keep our existing one and see if we can link up both trailers, as one of the trailers has a hitch at the back, and using a dolly we could hitch up two trailers, one behind the other. So yeah, that is the plan. Collect these bales, which I'm halfway through now. Go purchase our new truck and trailer, and then start doing some more logging, of which there is a lot. I wanted to get on with the logging because I don't want all the trees to be ready at once, because that's just going to be a huge job. I want to stagger the growth so we get profits at different times during the course of sort of the farm running, and yeah, will just help spread those profits out a bit. One more silage bale down here, and we're good. So we'll get these over to the BGA. Oh, there's a couple up here I missed. So we have obviously auto-loaded these onto the trailer, but for unloading into the BGA I will do that manually, just to make up the fact that we've auto-loaded. There we go. Just trying to work out how to take the side down. There it is. But we will unload those there. Okay. And then we're ready to start picking them off for the BGA. Still got 2,900 litres in there from last time. But lots more to add in. Okay, so BGA is full and also has a couple more in the hopper, which should keep it busy. In the meantime, let's jump in the Iveco and sadly take it to be sold. But we will replace it. Goodbye, Iveco. Now upgrade to something beefier. Okay, so the truck I had in mind was this one, which is, I think, very similar or the same to this one here, but is a mod, and is the agro truck. And one of the reasons for choosing it is it looks more suited to off-road based on the sort of setup, the shape, and also the tyres you can get with it. And it's also a much higher horsepower, 466, compared to the Iveco, which is 381. So I know that's not too much difference, but I think every horsepower is going to help here, especially with two trailers that we're running. So let's kit this out how we want it. Definitely going to go used, which is going to save us about 24k. Design wise, not really looking for any decals or stuff, so going to stick with clean look. Plastic or colorized? Don't like the plastic so much, but let's go colorized. Attaches. You can tell this is German. It Heck hydraulic. It's the same and something, but I can't see. I'm guessing it's a weight at the front. We don't need that. We don't need GPS. For wheel setup, I think we're definitely going to want wide tyres. RDA. Interesting. Never seen that before. Don't know what that is. That's some sort of self-inflating tyre system or something. Looks to be. Don't need that. So just the wide tyres. So used. And no decals. Colorized, not plastic. No attaches. No GPS. Wide tyres. Colour scheme. Oh, there we go. I think I'm going to try and go with my yellow and black colour scheme for most things. CB yellow. Onyx black. Does that look the way? It's got to be this way. Cool. That looks pretty good. I like it. 96,000. Let's buy. That looks good. It's going to suit us well. Very nice. Happy with that. And it's got the hitch on the back as well, which is handy if we want to just pull some normal trailers. But trailers, we need another trailer. So let's go to forestry equipment. And the one we are after is, so this is the one we've got, the 12 metre. There's a 15 metre and then a 20 metre. So 12 metre does us two sort of sections of 6 metre logs. 15 could obviously do sort of two sections there, and then the 20 metres we could have either two sections of 10, I'm guessing, or we could do up to 3 sections of 6 metre. So let's go for this one. Configuration, trailer and hitch. Yeah, we want that on the back there. And we'll go for used as well, and then definitely want the wide tyres. 28,300. Wow. quite a long trailer. But we need it to upscale the operations. I feel like the trailer suits the truck quite well. I don't think I could change any colours on the trailer. Just to quickly look back. No, no colours to change. That's okay. A little dash of red in there. Oh, this trailer is long. So it doesn't look like this truck is as fast as the Iveco. I think the Iveco could go up to 55, was it? And this only goes to 45. But it's got the extra horsepower that we need, so let's get it back to the farm. And of course the most important feature is the auto loading of the logs. So, this is the area we're going to be logging, where the big boys are, tall trees. So I'm thinking for now we keep this out of the way. So the forestry machine has enough space to get up there. So we can change the so we can do 4 piles of max 5 meters, or we can do 3 piles of maximum 6.5 meters. I think we'll do 3 piles of 6 meters, not 6.5, because that 0.5 meters just gives us a bit of leeway between each section. I can show the loading position here, and then we can switch the pile wherever it's loading to. Great. It's really good. I like that truck. Looks very good. Okay, so let's hop over in the forestry machine and start taking some trees down. Okay, so there are a lot of trees here, and I'm trying to think of the best way to cut them down and pile the logs neatly and leave enough access room for the truck. So I'm thinking this area here is sort of useful logging storing area for the logs to wait once they're cut before we can pick them up on the trailer. But how should we cut them? Should we cut them across a layer at a time, or should we cut along this line and then do that a layer at a time? We'll have to just give it a try, see what works out best. Before we start, just quickly check VGA. So I think that needs a bit of a top up. Oh, BGA topped up. God, you wouldn't think it's going to rain, would you? Clear skies. Wonder if we could have harvested the sunflowers in time. Most likely not. Cool, so I'm going to start. Cut length is 6 meters, so that's all good. I am going to start trying to do this outer line of 5 trees first. I've never cut down such a densely ordered forest, I guess you'd say. Okay, first tree cut. Not so bad. This is the next outer one. I think this strategy is going to probably work off best, just cutting them and then dragging them back. But not in cases like that. difficult when everything is in close proximity of one another. Becomes much harder. If anyone watching has seen some of my previous sessions, we had some trees in the grass field to the right of me, and that had much more spaced out trees, and we were able to get in and amongst them, had plenty of space to operate, whereas this area is much more tight. First layer of the onion cut back. Gonna hop out and do some stump removal. Using the lumberjack mod here to make my life easier. Stump removal via chainsaw. And on we go. So the wet weather has started. Still a bit sunny, if I'm honest, but yeah, would have stopped us from harvesting the sunflower, so I'm glad we started this job. Probably wouldn't have had enough time to harvest the sunflower in time from both fields, so making best use of the time and the weather. So I think that's 3 layers that we've harvested now, 3 or 4, I think it's 3. Just going to keep going. I reckon we've got enough to fill a trailer. But I'm just going to keep going for another couple of layers. We've got 2, 3, 4, 7-ish layers, and then it goes into strips of 2 here where the land thins a bit. This is a bit more rocky, so it'll be interesting getting here, whether we have to wait until these trees are fully grown before we can gain access to these, possibly. We've got more than enough trees, that's for sure. As I've been going, I've been thinking about what to do for next time, because this will remain a forest area, so I will replant saplings here when we've cleared out all the logs. I think I will space them a bit further apart next time, just to make life a bit easier. Helps with also the amount that we have to cut and the spacing between. Trying to make it as neat as possible and also keep it away from the path so the truck can get easy access. Easier said than done. Not too bad. Logging is just a messy business. And I have found the best method when you're cutting in sort of a dense area. I'm not sure whether it's right to do this in real life or not, but cut the tree, sort of retreat back as quick as you can. Sort of pulls the tree out, and then as it falls, less likely to catch in between some of the other trees, which did happen a couple of times. Might have seen some forestry machine dancing whilst it was stuck. Cool, so we're going to plough on for another row or 2 and see about picking some of these up. Okay, so we've cleared quite a few strips of trees. A lot more to go. I'd say maybe we've done about half, just over a half of this area, so that's real good. And this is a big pile of logs, all 6 meters in length. So now, time to get them loaded on the new truck and trailer. I realised I bought these used and I haven't serviced them yet, so I'm hoping they're going to do us good for now. But yeah, we are going to set up the auto load, so just get the help screen on. We want to switch to auto load from the right. We want to, 3 piles of 6.5 meters, start in pile 1 and load as we go. So I'm going to take it nice and slow and start and stop the auto load so it goes smoothly. Okay, so some of them, because it's 6.5 meters, are just falling through slightly. But we will persevere. So for next time, I think that means let's make them 7 meters. Although I say that, the second pile seems to be loading much more healthily. Look at that. It's switched to loading in the last pile now, so once that's looking full, let's get these 2 on the left falling out. A couple more from the right. And stop. Oh, so that has stopped. There's a couple of stragglers. Just going to take them off. Get the straps on. Very impressed with what I've seen so far of this trailer's capacity. Drag that out of the way. Okay, so 64 logs, 35.8 tons. Bit of a heavy load, eh? So let's get this over to the sawmill. I'm just going to have to back out of here. Don't fancy my chances up the hill path. we beached it a little bit there, just on the curvature of the ground. I am at the very least just going to give the truck its service, because I think it's going to struggle otherwise. So we are passing the dolly there, which is what I was saying we would use to hitch up to the back of this trailer here, and then I've got another logging trailer over there on the left which has got more logs in. So should we try and test this now? And it is struggling a bit with the weight. 35 tons, it's a big load, so maybe let's just try and get these safely to the sawmill for now. Slightly worried about how it's going to cope up some of the hills. Took that turn a bit fast there. But it's coping with this hill okay, so pleased about that. Oh, just missed that sign there, but I did nip one of them. Never mind. Let's get this to the sawmill. Cool. So I think that was 80,000 plus. Quick look. Sold wood, £96,000. And I think we only filled with about maybe half the logs we'd cut down. Logging is very profitable, but machinery is obviously quite expensive. Once you get going, it's really, really good. I've hand planted all my saplings with the hand planter mod, which has got the little box with the spade and backpack, and just fill it up with 10 saplings a time, and real good.